So guys, welcome to a new episode. My guest of today is Sandy Gill, and you may know her as the TheSandyLion. She's a stylist, an image consultant, and an influencer with a simple goal of helping people look and feel better about themselves. Hi,
Hi, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good.
Just starting your day.
Yep, just getting started.
Nice, nice. Because let's start at the beginning. How's your day looking like at the moment now that we're in quarantine?
My days are good in the sense that like I'm pretty used to working from home,
Mm-hmm.
but just making sure that I have routines to get me excited and just fall into the flow of the day and just, planning out my days ahead of time, doing all of that fun stuff.
Yeah, and
But,
also a lot of time to think about creative stuff.
Yeah, and like work on what's next and different projects that I want to be doing right now. There's really no excuse to work on them. So yeah.
Okay. And did you always wanted to work in fashion when you were younger, or what did you do?
No, but I mean, I always loved fashion, but I didn't always want to work in it. I didn't know that I could work in it. Nobody that I knew worked in it, so that was never a thing for me. But I went to school for political science, and then I went to school for teachers college, and I did my master's, and I became a teacher. And then I kind of started to explore my passion and started to do things to kind of create a business out of my passion and to create a job out of it, because I was kind of making it up as I went, and trying to find other people that were doing it like me, and learning from other creatives around me. So yeah, no, I didn't really always have that in mind.
But was it hard to find like where to start, because like what you said, you didn't know anyone that worked in that industry, so how did you know, like, okay, this is what I have to do right now?
I wouldn't say that it was necessarily hard. There was no blueprint, and there still isn't. So I don't think I ever really knew what I was doing, but I just always tried to do it with intention and tried to find things along the way that made me excited, or made me money, or taught me something. So, I mean, like, I know a lot of creatives have trouble finding a way to explain this to their parents, or like, explain to their families, and then go ahead and make it a job. I didn't have those hurdles because I think I found a job, and I made sure that I was stable and taken care of before I started to do all of this. But yeah, I mean, for everyone it's different, and it's just all about learning and making the mistakes and learning from them, and then making new mistakes.
I'm also happy that you say that there is no blueprint, because I think anything that you want in life, there is no blueprint. Everyone's story is different. So, but where did your ambition come from? Because you loved fashion, but you already had a job. So you may think, some people would think, yeah, I would do it on the side and it's just for fun, but you made your career out of it. So where did that ambition come from?
I think the ambition kind of came from like watching people around me. Like, I have a lot of friends in the creative field who started with nothing and just kind of created something from nothing, and watching them, being inspired by them, and then also using the resources around me, like using Instagram to my advantage, or finding ways to use Facebook, or everything that is out there right now, using it
so much.
Right, and using it to spread my message, and using it to kind of create what I wanted, and learning from those different resources, like learning what works for me on Instagram and what doesn't work for me, and like all of that sort of stuff. But I think it's really helpful to have other people around you that you can learn from, and again, doing your research, making use of the resources around you.
Okay. Because also what I love about your work is that you fuse like South Asian heritage with your style, but also in 2015 you made your own suit, right? And now like a lot of celebrities are wearing it. Like, how does that make you feel?
I'm super grateful that, something that I created is is loved by so many people.
Mm-hmm.
And the fusion, like growing up in Toronto, that's literally how I grew up. Like that is me, someone who, you know, is Punjabi, but also very much not an authentic representation of who I am, and like what the inside of my head looks like and what like I feel.
Yeah.
So bringing that out in fashion was the most natural thing for me to do. And the Sandy suit was always, I've always loved power suits. I've always loved the feeling that I get when I put on a good power suit.
Yeah.
And I always wanted it to be representative of my heritage and, you know, strong, powerful women that I saw growing up who were wearing saris or suits, or, you know, and I wanted to kind of fuse the two, but then also make it something that men and women can wear. And yeah, and like I'm currently working on another piece for that collection right now. So I'm just happy that people are loving it as much as I do. And it's really about just feeling the power when you put it on. And I think all my clients that have worn it genuinely feel that way.
And you also see it in the pictures, like everyone is rocking it, like, and with confidence. So it's really nice to see also. But now you can, like, people can order it like on a custom, right? But do you ever have like a dream to have a store or something, or do you love the exclusivity of it?
People can order it right now, made to measure anytime. It's a very personal process. Like we, you know, we choose the color with you, we measure you up. It's all very, very personal. I think in the future, I would love to take it mainstream. I'm working towards that slowly, but at the same time, I do love that it is an exclusive piece, and it's not just something that like anyone can just go ahead and buy. And I think that that comes with the feeling behind it, the whole message behind it. And with this way, I'm also able to donate the proceeds to different causes. So I don't think I would be able to necessarily do that had I gone like to like a mainstream shop, but
Okay. That also let me think about when you like make clothes for weddings and stuff. You make everything custom made, so it's like a thing. Okay, but were you ever like, because when you started or even now, like, were you ever scared when you for the first time styled a client? Like, what did go to your mind?
Yeah, I mean, there's always fears, and I feel like if there's not, then you're doing something wrong. So you have to always be like a little bit scared, then face your fears. There's always the fear of like, you know, your client not liking what you've picked out, or your client not feeling comfortable. But I think those are all just things that will teach you how to do better next time. Like, take more options, really get to know your clients, have conversations with them, get to know them before you pick stuff out for them. And just really troubleshooting and like having lots and lots of options, and then staying positive, because if you've got lots of options, chances are your client will find something within there that they like. And even if they don't like, you can always again revisit the mood board, revisit the client, like speak to them again, find some other ways to meet their needs. I would say that, sometimes like when like the first time that Bina, Hassan Minhaj's wife, reached out to me, I was nervous. I wouldn't say scared. I was just nervous because it was the first time that I was working with somebody that I had never met, who lived in a completely different country at that point. And so I was a little bit nervous, but we were able to, you know, dress her so many times and like make her look fantastic. And it was just, the fear is always going to be there in the beginning, but you just kind of have to make sure to push through. Yeah, I think it's also best because then you're always on your best game when you work. Yeah, absolutely. And I can imagine that, like, I have some friends that are stylists, and sometimes when I look at them, I'm like, how are you doing this? Because I think some people may think, oh, it's easy. You just dress people, you shop the whole day, but that's not the case. But what is the most fun thing about your job, and the most, not that you have to dislike it, but the hardest thing you do? The most fun part, I think, would just be helping people feel good, because again, like I always say this, a few lives that I've gone on before as well, my job is not to dress you or to find clothes for you. My job is to help you feel good. So I think that's always the best thing, when I see my clients wearing the clothes that I've put them in and they genuinely feel good and they feel confident and they feel like they can conquer whatever thing that they need to at that point. I would say like the most difficult part is just like the pre-work, because it is a lot. It's very time consuming. It's a lot of work, like gathering items, figuring out your finances if you're paying for things, and like, you know, it's just a lot of pre-work, like gathering things, running around, and I think that's probably the hardest part. Yeah, but usually like when I'm dressing somebody, I have an idea of what I want them to look like, and so it's just a matter of gathering everything.
Is that also the thing that people underestimate the most of being a stylist?
I think so, yeah. Like it's not just like me walking into a store and picking 10 items and then hoping that one of them will work at. And I'm sure there's people who do that, but for me that's not how it is. Like it's quite backwards. Like I meet with the client first. I really get to know them. I have a questionnaire. I become their friend. Like I ask them how they want to feel when they go places, and different things that they're not okay with, and different looks that they love, and then kind of take the next step of finding the pieces. Yeah.
So it's important to get to know the person before like just putting something on, because that's not working, because they won't feel empowered when they just wear something that is on trend, right?
Exactly. And I think a lot of the times, like when, you know, or that's also a misconception, like you just have a client and then you roll up to their house with a rack full of clothes. That may work for some people, but I don't think that that's really the way that your confidence will shine through the most when you're wearing the outfit.
Yeah.
Because it might be a super amazing outfit, but it might not look good on you because you're not wearing it with your heart, if that makes sense. Yeah.
That makes sense. But also like what, before quarantine, of course, but what does a week look like for you when you have to style one of your clients for a big event?
It'll probably be like my daily routine generally stays the same. Like my morning, my evening, like my workouts, all that kind of stuff. But the days before styling somebody are usually involved with a lot of visits to boutiques, stores, calls with people, handling shipments, a lot of
that's stressful. Shipments, you don't have control about that.
Yeah, and then like doing fittings, like, you know, taking all of those clothes to your client, trying them on, keeping what feels good and what you like, getting rid of what doesn't. So I think that week is usually filled with a lot of like running around.
To be honest, before, like what I said, like before I knew like my stylist friend, I was like, oh, it's so fun, and then I saw their work and I'm like, nope, it's not for me. So it's really hard work. But what are some things a lot of people don't know about you?
A lot of people don't know that I'm a mussy. I love my nephews and my niece, and like a lot of my time spent is with them, and I don't share a lot of that online. So like I spend a lot of time cooking. I spend a lot of time like, you know, writing and reading and doing all those things, which I don't necessarily share online. But yeah, I'm like a really big homebody.
Yeah.
And so I just live in a house with 17 kids. And
that's so fun.
That's an ideal life for me.
Yeah. So just family and like some family and me time, a good balance of that.
Yeah.
Okay. But what kind of advice would you have for people that love fashion and want to become a stylist? Because what you said, it's not only dressing somebody, it's like more than that.
A big thing would be like, you don't have to wait for anybody. Like you don't, there are no more gatekeepers in almost any industry anymore. Like you don't need to have somebody sign you. You don't have to have a client to be a stylist. You can start to shoot and create your stuff at home and putting it out into the world through your Instagram or through your Twitter, your Facebook. You can literally be the designer of your business. And if you do that for a long enough time with consistency, the right people will see it, and you will start to come into contact with people who are willing to invest in you and put their money towards you and like pay for your services. But your work will always speak for itself. So if you've got work lined up and ready to go, I think that's the greatest thing that you can do, and you don't need anybody to do that.
Yeah. I think also the power of internet, like, and mixed with your talent, you can do everything. So with internet, it's like everything is possible. But are there also some don'ts, like when you start in the industry, that you think like that's a big no-no?
I don't think so, because I feel like even if you do something that you shouldn't, you'll learn from it, and those are wins in themselves. Like, there's a quote that I'm trying to think of. I never lose. I either win or learn. So,
oh, nice. Yeah.
I feel like if you make the mistake, you'll learn from it, and I think that's more powerful than making. You know, I'm sure I've made many mistakes,
but you learn from it.
Here, but I've learned from it. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, now that we're talking about like making mistakes and learning from it, like what advice would you give your younger self?
I would say, like, if my younger self, I would really tell her to stick up for herself more and not be afraid and really do what I want to do.
Yeah.
Because a lot of the times you do what you think you should be doing because other people have done that, or they think that that's what you should be doing. But I would just say, do what feels right for you, and just keep doing it. Like,
live your life for you and just do you. Yeah. Okay, beautiful. I have also a little game, because I will start a sentence and you have to finish it. Yeah. Okay. You ready? Yeah. Okay.
Ready.
My fashion icon is.
Janelle Monáe. Okay. I have so many.
One is just a little. Something I regret wearing.
Nothing.
Nice. I would love to style.
Deepika Padukone.
Nice. You only have nice answers. Damn. A trend that should come back.
Oversized two-piece suits, like Michael Jordan style, which I think a lot of stuff is coming back anyways.
Yeah. Okay. A trend that should just stay away.
Nothing. I think everything works if it's worn in the right way.
Yeah.
You know, if you're rocking it, you can own it.
Nice. Yeah. Okay. And my most proud style moment was?
Probably the Oscars with Utkarsh. Yeah.
Nice. I saw that one. Yeah. Okay. That wasn't that hard. But if you could style 5 South Asian celebrities, who are on your short list and why?
5 South Asian celebrities. Okay, so I did say Deepika.
Yeah.
And then her husband can come too. Ranveer is,
of course.
I think I'd also love to dress Priyanka Chopra.
Nice.
Amir Khan, because he's my favorite. And
there's so many.
And maybe Nav Bhatia, the super fan. Yeah.
Okay, nice. Yeah, you have one left, but
I have one left. Yeah. That's not 5. Deepika,
no, right?
Here, Priyanka, Amir Khan.
Oh, and sorry. I saw Deepika and one. Yeah.
Okay. I'll give you another one just to be fair. Madhuri. I'd love to work with her. It's like,
Yeah. Okay. Nice list. Okay.
Anybody.
Are there some?
Anyone.
Sorry?
I said at the end of the day, though, everyone and anyone.
Yeah. Nice. I hope to see that really soon.
Yeah.
Let's put it in the universe.
Yes.
Are there any other projects we can expect this year? I know now that a lot of us are staying at home, so some things are on hold, but you're also designing something new, so.
Yeah, I would say look out for the Sandy suit for sure. And then I'm always creating new content like daily. So stay up to date with my page. You'll see new videos, new collaborations all the time.
Yeah.
But the Sandy suit's really what I'm working on right now.
Yeah. But and also like another question, is it hard like for you or other stylists that you may know um to work now, because now a lot of events are canceled, so you're like really busy with your suits, but what are some things people could do if they're also a stylist but don't know, okay, what should I do next or what should I do now?
Yeah, I mean, events are canceled, and a lot of the stuff I do with my non-celebrity clientele is like visiting their homes, redoing their closets. That stuff is not happening right now.
Yeah.
So I would say to keep yourself busy, just keep working on your personal portfolio, and keep sharing it and keep your ideas like going so that as soon as this is done, you're ready to hit the road.
Yeah.
And you have ideas going. Like, use this time to build the relationships, whether it's online with the different companies and boutiques that you've always wanted to work with, and build those right now since you've got the time to do so.
Yeah. Okay, so just keep going and like be creative in how you can work at the moment.
Yeah.
Okay, nice. Before we end this interview, I would love to know what your personal mantra is you live by.
My personal mantra, I did see this when you sent it to me. I have so many personal mantras. Live and let live.
That's a nice one.
And like, I mean that in the actual literal sense. Like, I know right now being home, we have access to the internet at a very, very high degree, and it's giving you so much time to have opinions on other people.
Yeah.
And I think right now it's more than ever to just live your best life and genuinely let others live theirs, however that is.
That's really nice. And indeed, like a lot of people have so many opinions like in a normal life, but now it's like on steroids or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's all people have to do at home, build opinions on other people and share them online. And I think that's just a really toxic thing. And live and let others live theirs.
Yeah. Beautiful. Nice. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
I want to thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.
I cannot wait to see like the new like line and new suits and stuff. So keep us posted.
I absolutely will. Thank you so much for reaching out to me and for bringing me onto your platform. And like,
thank you.
Hello to everybody who I didn't know before.
Yeah, a lot of Dutch people were also loving your like style videos, so we cannot wait to share more about it.
Thank you so much.
Have a lovely day.
You too. Bye.
Bye.